Hey there YouTube land, this is Vape Freak. I have another review for you today. This is the Reuleaux 2/3. We're going to go down, look at all of its features, what comes in the box, all my thoughts on the device itself, pros and cons, that kind of thing. You know how this works. And we'll come back up top, talk about it some more, and vape on it, and I'll give you my thoughts. So let's go down and let's see what we have. Let's go to the mat. And here we are, folks. The Wismec Reuleaux RX2/3. It's the box it comes in. It's like a black with silver artwork and writing all over it. It's kind of understated, kind of simple. I actually like it. It looks kind of sleek. At the Reuleaux RX2/3 and their little logo there. Wismec.com, another logo, and Wismec on that end. So it has the picture of the device and the two different battery doors, and I'll show you those in just a moment. On the back, brief description: it is designed by Jabo. Not exactly sure who that is, but he made a pretty decent product here. I like it. Comes with, you know, USB cable, manuals, all that stuff. So I will show you all this in just a second. Scratch and check authenticity code. Bleh, can't speak. Yeah, and it is 18 plus, so no minors. Kids, don't be vaping. Just stay out of trouble. All right, so let's open. Empty there. It's the device. Little foam cradle thing that almost all of them have these days. Little card here, which this is super important. Please be careful not to use batteries with torn casings, as it is a safety hazard. I get messages a lot about this very same reason. Friends message me sometimes and they say, "Oh, aren't you worried that your vape's going to explode?" No, I am not, because I practice battery safety. The batteries is what actually explodes. So, as long as you are maintaining your batteries, you shouldn't have any issues. So, I like these little cards. All of them should have, all devices should come with that. And you have the user manual. Jabo there. In English and some other languages that I couldn't read even if I wanted to. And some manufacturer information down there at the bottom. And a little divider. It's a pretty normal USB cable. I have a ton of these, so I'm not using this one, so I'm going to keep it all nice and neat in the box. And the second battery door. This is for the 2 option of the 2/3. I'll show you this in just a moment. And that is it for the box. So let's put all this back together. And let's show you the device. I know that's what you want to see anyway. Probably tired of me talking. And here it is. The Reuleaux RX2/3. This is the black version. They come with all different color combinations. I've seen white and blue, red and black, all blue and black, all different kinds of crazy combinations. I chose the black because I just thought it looked cool. All right, let's start at the top. The black on black writing is kind of hard to see, especially on camera, but that's kind of why I bought it this way. It's 2/3 logo. This is the 510 connector, spring loaded. It's not the greatest 510 by any means. You can see I've already got some scars from where 25 millimeter atomizers sit on top of it, and some scars on the inside as well. It's not hurting anything, it's just a cosmetic issue, which it is still annoying. Alright, so let's look at the front. You have a nice clicky button. It says Jabo. This is the only white writing on the entire device on the button. Up and down buttons, clicky. USB for charging and for updates. Now, I do not recommend charging through the device. Just as always, go buy a external battery charger. It's just safer and it's better for your batteries. You know, I don't want anything to happen to my batteries or my mods or my home or wherever I am. If this thing shorts out, it's just bad. So, but it's still there. Here's the side. You got some battery ventilation holes there just in case. Here's the separation for the door for the battery compartment. Nice and flush, no gaps. Here's this side. You have Wismec down here in black on black. It's kind of hard to read, but it's still there. Pretty cool. More battery venting, and pretty much everything else is the same. Here's the back. Pretty plain. And the bottom. More battery venting holes here. Yeah, the logo. Designed by Jabo, manufactured by Wismec. Jabo here on the battery door. And here is the button. This button is for releasing the battery door. When I first picked this up, I tend to not like it because it feels like I'm going to break it sometimes when I go to pull it open, because sometimes it sticks. Not always, and it's very, very sturdy. It's not going to come apart on you, but I just had issues because I like magnetic doors. But I understand why they did it, and I'll show you why in a moment. But that is the cosmetics of the device. So let's look inside. So I said, hit the button, pops open, and release. Here is the battery tray, positive, negative, positive, negative. You have a spring-loaded positive and a spring-loaded negative. Pretty nice, nice and clean. These two contacts here, this is what completes the circuit. So when there's a battery in this, it completes the circuit. So it goes from here through the battery, here into this contact, through these batteries, and through the machine, and then out this contact. So it's like one big loop, right? You know, electricity 101. Have to have a circuit. Have to have a complete circle. But that's why those are there. You have a pretty standard plain ribbon. Okay, and that's it for the device. This is the battery door for the 3 configuration of the RX2/3. You've already seen the outside. But inside you have a spring-loaded positive and a static stationary negative. Everything else is pretty plain. Now these little clips here, these are made of metal, so they're nice and secure. But these clips go into these 2 holes here, and that's what holds it together. And on the opposite side, these 2 clips here, see, they go in the 2 holes with the button. So that's what secures that side. That's it. All right. This is the 2 configuration door, 2/3. Nice metal, pretty firm little door here. I like it. See how on this one the current has to go through the battery and then out the 2 contacts. Well, this one there's no battery, of course, so it goes from here to this contact, through this little brass plate that's underneath this mat, out this contact, and then out the opposite side. So instead of a battery, there's just this little contact, which Reuleaux, if you're watching, Wismec, whoever you want to call yourself, this should go all the way up. I don't like this being exposed, just this little bitty piece here. I just have reservations about battery safety, so I'm probably going to get some epoxy and put over that just to be safe. But so far there's no issues, and as long as your batteries are nice and good condition, you shouldn't have any problems. But that is the 2-door and the 3-door. Now let's get some weight measurements before we get too far into the video here. Try to speed this along. No door, no batteries, device by itself, 115.8 grams. Device with the 2-door, let's just put it this way. Excuse me. 152.6 grams. And with the 3-door configuration, 186.3 grams. That's with no batteries. So let's put some batteries in. Oh, also, if you are not using your batteries in a device or in your charger, make sure you put them in a little plastic safety thing, because this is a very dangerous thing if you have this laying around. And I do have these batteries rewrapped. The clear wrapping over my logo there. I just like custom stuff, and I thought that was kind of neat. I did this myself, so. But I do inspect my batteries every time I go to use them, and these are in good shape. Look at this one. Good insulator, nice and clean, no problems. Alright, so positive, negative, positive, negative. This door. Nice and firm, and she's on. So let's do some weight. 245.8 grams. Alright, another thing, with the battery door off, it will not turn on, right? So let's put a battery in this one. It's a different wrap. These are LG HD2s, but I'll just have them rewrapped because I just thought they were cool, and they were getting a little messed up, so I wanted to make sure they were safe. All right, so positive, negative. All right. It's the same with this door. Clips right in. Clips into place. Nice. And she turns on. The weight is 325.6 grams. That is a big difference, but it's another battery, so it's going to be heavier. Let's do some size measurements real quick. And get my calipers to cooperate. It is 89.22 millimeters tall. At the widest point, it is 40.2 millimeters. Longest point here, 50.34 millimeters. And from the center of the 510 to the edge, about 13 millimeters. So your 25 millimeter devices should fit no problem, which I'll show you one in just a moment. But that is that. Let's look at the menu system real quick. I'm not going to go too far into it because there's a ton of reviews online for the menu. I just wanted to show you a few things. This is where the Wismec logo usually is, but through the firmware updates you can change your logo to whatever you want, as long as it's black and white and it's small. So I have it set as Vape Freak at the moment. So it's kind of neat that you can customize it. So let's go into the menu. 1, 2, 3. Now scroll through each of the things. Top right hand corner, if you press the up button, change it from a battery style bar to a percentage, which I like the percentage a whole lot more. You can go to the top left and go through all the TC settings, stainless steel, titanium, all that. I always keep it in wattage mode, but that's just what I like. Bottom left hand corner is the amps, but if you change it, it'll go to the puff counter or draw counter, if you will. But I like to have it on amps to keep an eye on my batteries. And the bottom right hand corner is the ohms, which your atomizer is. And here is how many watts you're currently vaping at, and this is the volts you're currently vaping at as well. That's pretty much it. There's a little more features, like you can do stealth mode and stuff like that, but I'm not going to go into that because I think it's kind of boring and this video is long enough. So let's put an atomizer on here, show you it sits flush. This is the Limitless RDTA Classic Edition, and I have a custom resin top cap for it. I'll be doing a review on this probably in the next couple days, but I'm just using it to show you the 510. So nice and smooth threads and sits flush. Looks good on top. It's a little tall, but for what it is, it's not too bad. This is a very tall tank because it has a reservoir. But other than that, let's go back up top, vape on it, talk on it, and give you all my thoughts. And we're back, folks. So there you have it. That is all the features and ins and outs of the device itself. So what do I think? Well, good stuff and bad stuff, just like always. One of the good features is it is so versatile. 2 batteries, 3 batteries, depends on what your application is, right? I already have a 2 battery device, the Minikin version 2, and it is kind of smaller, so if I'm going to use a 2 battery device, I'm going to go with this one. But in the 3 battery mode, gives you a whole lot more battery life, So if you're on longer trips, that actually works out pretty well. It is a little heavier, but it has 3 batteries, so what are you going to do? Another pro, the menu system. Very, very, very easy to navigate the menu. Pretty much foolproof. I love the black on black. It's another pro. The looks of the device, all the black on black letters and things of that nature. Killer. I love it. All murdered out, you know. Pretty sweet. Another pro is the little display you can change and upgrade to whatever you want it to say. Thought that was kind of neat. Something custom. I like to customize all my stuff. Yeah, another pro is it's upgradable, right? It's it's not eScribe, but it's their version of the firmware updates, right? I'm sure there's more pros, but let's go into the cons. One con is, I showed you down below that it is scratched a little at the top of near the 510 connector. It should be raised a little bit. I think this 510 connector is kind of crappy. They should have went with a Varitube or, you know, Fat Daddy, whatever. Something different. This one kind of sucks. I mean, it works. Spring loaded, everything fits. It's just, I'd rather have a nicer one. DJ LSV Vapes, he has a tutorial on how to change that to a Varitube, so I might do that in the future, but not right now. What's another con? Con is the finish. It picks up fingerprints like a mad person, and it drives me insane. This is probably the last fully black device that I will buy, because I have, I have the other one, and I have, a few more. So, this is kind of annoying, but it still looks good. But I hate fingerprints, and they get on my nerves. What's another con? Con has to be this battery door button. It works really well, it's really nice and stiff, but I like, magnetic backs. It's just more convenient, This is, I feel like I'm going to break it every time I take it on and off, but it's really sturdy. It's not fragile by any means. It's just, I would rather have a magnetic back. I think that's about it for the pros and cons. So, let's vape on it real quick, shall we? Pretty good. Yeah, nice, clicky, responsive button. I think that's about it, guys. So, would I buy this again if I lost it or someone stole it? That's kind of iffy. I don't think I would, for a couple reasons. One is I already have the 2-battery device already, and it's kind of the similar size and shape. So, I don't really need another one like that. The 3-battery option is pretty awesome, but there is some more out there that are a little nicer quality than this. If I was going to buy another Reuleaux, I would probably get the DNA 200 version. It's a lot more expensive, but it's a lot nicer. So, yeah, I probably would not buy this again. Now, do I recommend it? Yes, I do recommend this device, especially for newbie vapors, newer people to the thing, but because it is so versatile, they can do a whole lot with it for not a whole lot of money, and everything sits nice and flush. They're not going to have any issues, and really easy menu system, so that is a pro. So yes, I would recommend it to newbies, but seasoned vapors, us that's been doing this for a while, probably not so much. So, that is it. I hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe if I earned your subscription. I appreciate your support, and I hope hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time.